Good morning, everybody, and welcome to a post-publishing hiatus Blank Page Tavern session. First of all, I wanted to say I got so excited making this episode because it's episode 13, which means for our first year, even though we started in March, we've averaged over one session a month, which I feel like is decent. Like, I feel like it seems like we've taken these really long hiatuses. But I mean, didn't we say when we started that we were going to aim for once a month, or was it once every 2 weeks? I forget, but whatever.
I think it's been once every 2 weeks. But it was kind of both, right? We were like, okay, once every 2 weeks, but if we can do it once a month kind of thing.
Yes. So I'm proud of us. Especially because we started in March. Our first episode was in March.
Wow.
It's December, so it's more than once a month. So anyway, good morning, everybody. I have a whole thing that I do, don't I? Anyway, we're writers, and we are procrastinating our works in progress this morning by playing Dungeons & Dragons. We are on episode 13, as it says, of Tomb of Annihilation. We're playing through the published Wizards of the Coast official campaign, Tomb of Annihilation, the big hook being that if you die in this campaign, you die in real life. No. If you die in this campaign, resurrection is not a thing because the land is being ravaged by something called the Death Curse, and our group of adventurers have been tasked to overcome that. But we'll get into all of that in just a second. Mars, will you do a quick little refresher about your character? And also, since we are in wait, since we are in a tavern, what are you drinking this morning?
Okay, so hello, I'm Mars. I play Micah, everyone's favorite non-binary druid mushroom tiefling. Did I get that backwards? Non-binary tiefling mushroom druid. That makes more sense. I have my normal water, but it was above freezing today, so my boyfriend and I walked over to our local cafe, and I have a chai latte as well, and it's very delicious, so I'm happy about my choice.
I love it. And now, is your local cafe, are their chai lattes like spicy? Are they creamy? Like, give us the vibe.
What's like? Maybe a little bit of both. Like, there's definitely the spice from like the actual chai, but the milk part of it is very frothy. So
nice. That's always the sad thing, is when you get a watery chai, you're like, oh no. Mm-hmm. Devesha, would you like to give us a little refresher on your character, and also what are you drinking today?
Hi everyone, I'm Grape Fry. My character today is the Rita Blues. No. Ephra Ashwell is what is she? A Earth Genasi monk. She likes to punch things and get to the point. And today I'm drinking green tea from a tomato.
Nice. From a tomato.
Ooh, Devesha, speaking of Earth Genasi monk, do you want to show off your new acquisition?
Yes. I was like, I want to use them, but like, I have no desk space.
That's fair. Oh. They can just be there as totems for Tefra.
Yeah. Wallace bought me these dice. I don't know if you can see them. How can I do this?
Just hold them up real close. Take one and hold it up real close, because I think that's going to give the better vibe.
It makes more sense. Okay. They got little volcanoes in them. I don't know if you can see.
Do the beauty guru. Can you see it?
Can you see it? You probably can't.
They light from your windows.
Yeah. Well, anyway, they are dice that have volcanic rock and like imagery on the inside of them. They're very cool and very Tefra. Lara.
My character is Lara Sage. She is a half-elf ranger. Comes from, well, I guess, did she come from royal blood, which her parents earned their loyalty or royalty, I guess. So, and her signature move is stabbing people in the eye.
It is. And acting first and then not even asking questions later. It's great.
And trying to, assassinate people when no one wants to, and it's fine.
And what mug are we showing off today?
Oh, I went for a classic simple mug today. Goonies never say die.
I love that. And what are we drinking?
Oh, actually, I'm trying out that eggnog tea that I got in Ohio.
Oh yes. Okay.
So
Yes.
we'll see if it's any good.
And I am Wallissimo. I am the dungeon master. And I am drinking, I know I'm normally doing an iced coffee. This is one that I got turned on to also while we were on our writing retreat in Ohio by Miss Katie Ann. It is a peppermint like mocha iced coffee, like pre-made from Stoke. So freaking good. I'm not even going to admit how many bottles I've gone through since. It's my God. Speaking of, we are down a member from the core table this week. Katie Ann, who normally plays our rogue Val, is absent as she had a prior engagement. Normally, this was the exact sort of situation that I prepped for, so that way we could start rotating in guests. However, Katie Ann did not tell me that she was not going to be here until yesterday, and I felt like that was too short notice to spring on somebody to like make a character, rush a character and stuff. So we're just gonna play with the three of us. Well, I guess including me is four, but we're gonna play with the three of you today, and we're gonna see how it goes. But hopefully in the future I will be able to invite a fourth to the table because like, you know, now that we've been playing for a whole year, now that we're used to each other's play style, it's time to shake things up, you know. Oh my gosh, you guys see Icarus? There he is. I don't know if you can see him in the corner right there.
He looks so small.
He does look so small, but he's actually a big cat. He's a very big cat. Okay, excellent. I never do this fast. Anyway, we're 9 minutes into it. Let's get started unless anybody has any questions.
Did you want to say hi to the people in the chat?
Okay, fine. Yes. Stieg says, fist. Mars says, that typo was extra funny because it's relevant to where the characters are going. Very true. Sasha, welcome. Hello. The intro always gets me. Love it. It is fun. I'm proud of that. All from Canva. And I made that intro after I canceled my Epidemic Sound subscription. So that fun little music ditty is just YouTube audio library. Can you believe it? The Sweetie Gamer. Hello. Also, Spores Druids all the way. And one says, oh, hi. Oh, no. Did Katie's character die or is she just MIA? She's just MIA. Although Val has been trying to die. Let's be so real.
Yeah.
I think she's gone unconscious more than the rest of us combined.
I know, seriously.
Yes.
And like, as a rogue, like, she's not even meant to be that squishy. Anyway, whatever. Not my problem. Okay, so here's the recap. 2 months ago on the Blank Page Tavern, our crew delved into the jungle along a sparsely marked trail towards Fort Valerian. Their purpose for journeying to this fort being to receive their charter of exploration that is required for all Cholton adventurers to maintain, lest they face the ire of the Flaming Fist. The Flaming Fist, a group of mercenaries from Baldur's Gate who are slowly trying to stake larger and larger claims to the Cholton jungle. While on this jungle path, the group was attacked by a vicious pod, of Terra folk, otherwise known as Peters. Thank you, autocorrect. I don't know if you guys remember that, but we were just calling them Peter 1, Peter 2, Peter 3. You guys defeated the winged reptilians and continued on your way to the fort. Having just arrived at the western gate, you see before you a surprisingly large wooden settlement protected impressively by soldiers of the Flaming Fist. Alara.
Yes.
As you are just about to comment on the size of this structure, you look around to your group and for the first time realize one of your party is missing.
I feel like I'd be panicking because it's Val. Where's Val? Did you guys see where Val went?
Wasn't she right behind you?
Yeah,
Yes.
well, she was bringing up the rear.
Where's McMuffin?
Oh my god, McMuffin!
Where's Val?
McMuffin is also not present.
Oh my god. Well, is she roguing? Is she sneaking in? Is she going ahead? I mean, did she say anything to you guys?
No. Did she get called away by the ring?
You guys don't know about that. That is a metagaming. That's a metagaming thing.
Should we go back out and look for her, or I mean, we need to find her. Like,
Yeah, let's
Yeah, we
look
should look
around. We just had her. It hasn't been that long.
no, and she would have said something. Okay, so we're walking out, right, to look in the nearby forest to see if we can find her.
Sure. So go ahead and roll me. Well, you know what? We'll do like a group investigation challenge. But everybody participates in their own way. So like we can have one person who takes the lead, who will do the main role, and the other two people can do like subsidiary roles that will either, depending on how they do, raise or lower the DC for you guys to find any clues.
Okay, who has the highest investigation? I have +5.
It's not me then.
No, yeah, not me either.
You know? Okay, then I'll do in the group investigation.
All right. Who is going to? Micah and Teffer, are either of you going to assist in any way?
I'll look around like the plants and stuff because I feel like it'd be easier for me to spot her among plants because I know what a lot of different plants look like, and I've got my staff so I can like poke around. Maybe she fell in a bush.
Okay.
I got 22, by the way.
Okay, hold on to that thought. Micah, go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
That's a 3.
Okay. This part of the Chilton in general, you're not super familiar yet with the Chilton jungle, and you actually get distracted by a particularly beautiful fern, and it's hard for you to you're obviously extremely concerned about Val, but damn, that fern is so interesting. Like those leaves almost look like they're in a fractal pattern. Like, whoa, that's super cool. So you are not able to determine any sort of clues, in the DC for that Alara has to be is a little higher now. Tefra, would you like to assist in any way?
Besides just like generally trailing behind Alara, like I'm not great at investigation. There's nothing for me to punch, so I'm gonna follow Alara's lead.
Okay, so then you're just gonna be there, no assistance really.
Yeah.
Okay.
Unless she has something specific she wants me to do, you know?
Okay. Alara, do you have anything specific you want to do?
I mean, we're just looking around, like seeing if we can find footprints, see if we can find like any sign of her whatsoever.
Okay. So you rolled a 22. That is more than enough for the DC that I initially set, even considering the increase in DC because of Micah getting distracted by that fern. You guys are able to, the guards on the top of the battlements of the Flaming Fist watch as you approach, and people approach from the jungle all the time. This is normal, but they watch as this adventuring party approaches, almost is at the gate, stops, consults each other for a second, and then immediately backtracks towards out of this meadow area and back towards the jungle, the deep jungle. You guys retrace your steps about a quarter of a mile, so not too far at all. And you come across this patch of mud that you had all sloshed through at one point. And Alara, with your ranger skills and just your attunement to Val, you see that the 5 pairs of footprints, because you also have Eku with you, there were 5 pairs of footprints as you beginning to walk through the mud, and then only 4 pairs of footprints coming out of the mud.
Oh my gosh. Do you guys see this? Like,
she fell into a sinkhole?
Okay, so I'm like, we take like a stick and like try to check the depth of the puddle.
Yeah, it only sinks down about an inch.
Okay. Oh my God.
Echo, do you know what's going
Yeah.
on?
I was like, Echo, can you help us out here?
Eku looks very grim but unsurprised, and she's like, she must have walked off the path, or perhaps, and she kind of looks up and she's like, perhaps something took her from the air. I mean, she looks sad, but also, you guys had been just attacked by terrafolk that had dive bombed you. She looks and she goes, perhaps there was one left behind that took her. As I'm very sorry. Very sorry.
But would they take her and McMuffin? So I'm gonna look up in the trees to see if I can see any broken branches or anything that would show a sign of a struggle.
Okay, roll me a perception check.
Can I look on the ground to see if there's a different divergent set of footprints somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. You can go ahead and roll a perception check as well.
I got a 10.
10.
$22.
22. Alara, you look up and the canopy doesn't look disturbed in any sort of blatantly obvious way. And you would be able to pick up on a sign like that, but you don't see anything like that. Tefra, you look around and it is literally as if she was halfway through a step and never finished taking that step. And yes, she was behind you, but she wasn't that far behind any of you. She was only a normal walking distance. It is like she disappeared in midair.
Whoa.
That's incredibly spooky.
Yeah.
How do you find someone who disappears in midair?
Yeah, and since Iku doesn't know, should we go and ask someone in the fort? Maybe this is a phenomenon that happens around here.
And Val would know to meet us at the fort if we got separated.
Yeah.
She might already be there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so let's head back to the fort and see if anyone can help us.
Eku just gives you all a look and follows you.
We do not need a Debbie Downer here.
What's that look, Eku?
You can, or do you ask her that, or do you just roll a vibe check?
I'll roll a vibe check.
Okay, roll a vibe check.
Wait. Is it? Is that
I roll the vibe checks. My apologies.
Although
Getting
it's
back into it,
a great
guys.
way to use your new dice.
I know. Hold on. Oh, that's not my D&D drawer anymore. Hold on. There we go. Tefra, you don't see this look. You don't even see it.
Oh. Well, I'm used to liking Eku, so I don't really care what she thinks.
Yeah, I think at the very least we can ask the Flaming Fist any questions, acquire whatever we need to acquire, and then try to stay in the area for at least a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, because maybe this is something that has been happening lately.
They probably also have scouts out in the jungle in the area, so if they spot Val, they can let us know.
Yeah.
She just almost died. I feel like she's going to be on guard and won't let that happen again.
Oh God, I hope so. Okay, so we're gonna walk back to the fort with pouty Eku.
Sorry, I'm typing something down.
Oh.
Is this the consequences document?
No, because I said at the beginning of the campaign that since I roll your vibe checks, I'm trying to keep track of the context of them and what the role was, just on the off chance when we finish the campaign and we wrap up, you're like, hey, this has been stuck in my mind. What was happening there? What's the truth of what was happening there? So I'm going to be so for real. I haven't been doing that 100% of the time, but I've been trying to.
Totally fine.
Questions. We know that the rings are supposed to help us find each other if we get lost.
No, the only thing you know about the rings is that in Coventry, they are a signal to other people that you work for the House Sylvain. That's to you. These are like your work badges almost. You guys as players know the mechanics behind the rings because I told you. And the rings are a bit of it, not a MacGuffin, but they are a bit of a deus ex machina of me to allow people to pop in and out. But from a story perspective, you do not know that these rings are having that. You do not know that these rings are like beacons to each other.
How do we figure that out?
I don't know.
Well, let's ask around. Maybe we'll find. Oh, you know what? Wasn't there in our notes? I know they're not at this. There was somewhere where we could go. Do you guys remember this? Where it was like a Naga at Oralanga? Like it was like a sorcerer or something that Eku was going to take us to talk about the Soulmonger. But since they're like, I think they were a sorcerer. I don't remember. But I just wrote Naga at Oralanga speak to about Soulmonger. So maybe they would know something about what happened to Val. I don't know where that is, though. Actually, Eku, remember when you told us about Naga at Oralanga?
The Naga, yes.
The Naga, sorry.
Yeah. It is all right.
Where is that in regards to here? Is that close? Is that far? Like, do you think
it is quite far?
It is. Okay. Is that like on our way as we go through the jungle? Like eventually we'll get there kind of thing? Or
it depends on what direction you wish to explore. I would recommend going there because the Spirit Guardian is likely to be able to help you in general with the direction of your journey. But
okay. Yeah,
it could possibly be. I do not know where the thing that you seek is. It could possibly be in the completely wrong direction. It could add weeks to our journey, well, not unnecessarily, but it is a gamble.
What do you guys think? Should we try after we get our license and everything? Do you want to go to see the Naga?
I think I think the plan was get the charter, head in that direction because they might know about this black obelisk that was divined and having to do with the Soulmonger.
Right. Okay.
What direction is the Naga person, Eku? Because we do have a general location of where we need to be going. Like we have a general direction. So I just want to know if those two directions are aligned.
Of course.
Did we have a direction, or did we just? I thought the message was just there was a black obelisk.
In
I don't know.
Far to the south, enclosed by cliffs and crawling with snakes, black obelisk draped in vines.
Well, we're at like the northern tip, so I feel like everything is south of us.
Far to the south.
Well, but we kind of just be like going aimlessly to the south, though. If we, you know what I mean? Like, maybe the Naga can give us more specific directions.
Yeah.
Maybe. I'm just more worried about Val, to be honest.
Oralanga is a little bit, quite to the south, but not far to the south, if there's a difference to that. But mainly it is very far west. It sits at the base of the Mistcliff Mountains.
Can we look at the map? Because Val has one map and then I have the other one.
Yes, let me.
Oh, thank God you made that map. Oh my God, that's so funny.
My 30 coming in clutch.
Yes, it did.
Let me pull up the map. All right. I'm going to make her nice and big. And then present, share screen, window, photo 1. This is your map. So you pull out, can you guys see this? You pull out this map. Can I zoom in for y'all? Is that zooming in?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's pixelated, but so you guys are currently, ooh, can I draw? You guys are currently, no, that's not what I wanted.
This is such good work, Micah.
You guys are currently right here. The fuck? Excuse me. Sorry. Go away. This original document can't be changed, so duplicate with your change has been created. Okay, fine. Get away from me. How do I just make a picture? You guys are right here.
Okay. And then the cliff,
Mist Cliff Mountains are here.
Okay.
And Eku points this out for you. Fuck. Oh, I know what's wrong. I know what's happening here. We'll just do this and we'll go to that. There we go.
Does she point out where in the Mist Cliff Mountains that these Abel
yeah, she goes, Orlonga sits within this sort of like range right here, this sort of U-shaped range, this smaller range of the mountains, kind of along the base of this area right here.
It looks like an avocado.
Oh yeah. Like
So
that.
we only went in the exact opposite direction when going from Port Nyanzaru to Fort Valerian, but
Yeah, but you gotta do what you gotta do. We really gotta get this charter.
Yes, it is. We would not have wanted to run into the Flaming Fist without a charter of exploration, and they crawl through this jungle almost as often as the hordes of the undead.
The whores?
Hordes. Hordes.
Oh, okay.
Groups, if you will.
Groups of undead.
Thank you.
That's my favorite enemy, by the way. So
Whores.
My favorite enemy is whores that are undead.
okay, so we'll get this charter. We'll ask about people just seemingly disappearing in thin air. Stay for the day because I don't want to get beat up by flying people again.
Yeah.
And hope Val turns up.
Yeah.
All right.
Sounds like a plan.
All right. Great. Do you guys want this map still up, or are you good?
Take it down.
I think we're good.
Yeah, you can take it down.
All right.
Echo, before we get to inside the Flaming Fist, do you have any tips, suggestions, guidelines for how to interact with these people? What are some faux pas we should not do or say?
Oh, you're asking Eku? Sorry, I thought you said Becca, and I was like, okay, lack of immersion, but whatever.
I call her horrors of the undead.
She just she looks at you and she says, they're a mercenary group, but they have they deal with adventurers all the time. I come to Fort Valerian all the time to assist adventurers on receiving their charter of exploration. So, if you give them no reason to quarrel with you, they will not pick fights unnecessarily, unless, they're looking for good sport. But
I've heard the same thing about Jabal, and he got mad at us because we didn't give him a map. So.
Well, yes, that is fair. But I just this does not need to be like a whole thing, she says. We just go in.
Just go in.
We get the charter and we leave. It's fine.
I just want to make sure we're not dealing with any, racist and/or classist people and have to act accordingly,
Well, I mean, they are loyal to themselves.
Fair enough.
All right. So are we back there yet, or how long does it take us to get back there?
Oh, it takes no time at all. You guys backtrack. and approach the western gate of Fort Valerian. I'm just going to read the little descriptor that is in the campaign guide once more. I know I read it for you 2 months ago, but I'm assuming you guys don't have it memorized. So, the flag of Baldur's Gate flies over this wooden stockade. Also, I've done some thinking about this, and Alara, I'm going to say that Baldur's Gate and Dark Cape, where you are from, are sister cities. My neighbor's going to the bathroom. I don't know if you guys can hear that. So Baldur's Gate is along the same coastline as Dark Cape. And so you are like vaguely familiar with Baldur's Gate. Anyway, the whole structure sits atop a 10-foot hill, hillock, the sides of which are shaved vertically to make them steep and difficult to climb. The fort's main gate faces west. On the east side of the stockade, a tall keep holds a commanding view of the surrounding wilderness. I wish I could play like music of, imagine you guys hear the vague chatter and shouting inside, and nothing like that immediately gives off like, oh, there's issue vibes. It's just the sounds of life, right? This is a clearly populated settlement. People are going, I mean, it's not like hugely trafficked, but a group is going into the gate ahead of you. They're let through. Somebody exits. 2 people who are dressed very intensely as if they are about to go off on their own jungle excursion. And they start heading kind of back the way you came, towards the northern coast. And yeah, there are guards not at the gate itself, but up top on a little walkway up top.
Do we get a special Fort Valerian background?
Thank you. I don't think so, but thank you for asking. I don't think I have one. Is that not so sad?
I thought you did.
What?
I thought you did.
Did you think I did?
I thought you did.
Yeah, I thought you did too. Like, I'm imagining it, but I kind of vaguely remember what it looked like.
No, this is share and all, but we can just go for it because it's like kind of a similar, like, wooden structure vibe. So this technically your guys' hometown.
Okay, so I guess
Echo, lead the way. We'll just
show us where to go.
Yeah. So Echo has, true to her word, she's been here before. And it seems that even the guards at the gate are familiar with her. And she kind of gives them a knowing look and a wave and a kind of a head tilt towards all of you. You get the sense that you're being vaguely assessed, but nobody stops you from entering through the west gate. And Eku turns to you and says, if you need to resupply on provisions, this is the place to do it. The last bastion of any form of settlement for miles and miles around. What else? We can have meals here. We can potentially sleep here, although that can sometimes get difficult depending on how many Flaming Fists are here for the night and need their own beds. But if we really just want to get in and get out, then I recommend we find the Castellan, Gruta Hausdaughter, and she will be the person who gives us the charter of exploration.
Okay, let's just do
that.
All right. I don't know where she is.
All right. Well, we gotta ask around, I guess. How come you don't know where she is, Echo? Like, you're our guide.
Is there any central government location? I don't know. Is there a community center? Can we go there and ask?
A welcome center?
Yeah. So you guys walk through the first gate, and there is a right when you walk in, there's a minor courtyard, and on in a little nook in that minor courtyard, and you can see through kind of a secondary doorway, archway, in fact, that it then really opens up to the fort proper. And you can see a hustle and bustle in the fort proper. You actually see tents of what looks like to be a miniature bazaar, like very similar to what you guys walked through countless times in your stint in Port Nyanzaru. But right at the start of this minor courtyard, you hear clank, 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 and there is in fact a couple of small structures and a smith working on a fire, and kind of swords and helmets and pieces of sheet metal that are being bent and folded halfway through their production process. And you look like, this looks like a smith, this looks like a small armorer.
Okay.
I guess we go to one
So-
of the guards and be like, hey, we're here to get our charter. Do you know like where that office is? Like where we gotta head?
So there are no guards in this little area. The guards you passed were up top, kind of looking down upon you. The people you can see right now are the weaponsmith, currently at the little structure of the armory, and then you can see a hustle and bustle ahead of you in that bazaar area in the opening to the next courtyard over.
All right. Who do you think we should ask, Micah?
I guess someone who looks outfitted for adventure, because then they're definitely also here to get a charter, or probably here to get a charter.
Okay. And
Yep.
who do you think we should ask about Val?
We can ask the charter person, as they're in charge. They probably know about weird goings on in the jungle.
All right. Okay. So we're looking for fellow adventurer kind of walking by.
Okay. So I'm going to say that you guys, this entry courtyard, the only other person is the weaponsmith. So you guys go on and walk through into the larger area, and you hear the sounds of conversation and haggling and the smell of cooking food and lots of people walking by. Not a ton of children. Actually, in fact, no children. That's one difference between here and Port Nyanzaru. Is in Port Nyanzaru, you could always count on some form of street urchin running around, doing their street urchin things. I don't know. You don't have that here. This is adults. Everybody looks a little hardier, a little more jungle tested than in Port Nyanzaru. But yes, there are about a dozen or so traders under tents, and they are all, the majority of them are in conversation with someone purchasing their goods. You see traders selling gems and hides and other animal parts. Someone is selling, and someone in like leather armor is buying a necklace of just like sharp teeth. And there's also a little booth for Tej.
Oh, Tej.
Go talk to the person at the Tej booth.
The merchant at the Tej booth?
Yeah, I feel like that's a safe bet.
All right. You approach. It is a Cholton male. He gives you a very wide, toothy grin and smiles, and he says, well, I got a yellow, hello. All right. Welcome in. I don't know your faces. In from the jungle. Do you fancy a refreshment?
I would love an iced Tej.
Iced Tej.
Oh, you don't have
Oh,
it?
it's all the rage in Port Nyanzaru.
We don't have ice here.
Okay, I'll just take a regular old Tej then.
Okay, good. That's all I've got. All right. That's gonna be 2 silver.
Okay.
So we're here to get our charter. Do you know where that happens? Like, is there an office to head to?
Oh yeah, Gruta. I don't know if she's in right now, but her office is inside the main keep. if you just, it's on the, let me check. It's on the lower level of the main keep. And I'm pretty sure she's the one you want. And if you can't find her, put in a word with one of the Flaming Fist, and they might be able to help direct you to her. And if she's not at the fort at the moment, the higher up, the big woman, is the woman you want to go to. But, you know, only if you can't find Gruta, because you do not want to bother Liara unless Gruta's not here.
Who is
Good to know.
what is her story? How'd she become the big woman on campus?
Who are you asking about?
Liara?
Liara? Oh, she's just she's the head of this garrison of the Flaming Fist. You know, she's from Baldur's Gate, good friends with the Duke Ravengard.
Wait, is that my dad?
No, that is not your father. That is a noble from Baldur's Gate, not from
Baldur's Gate. Okay, I
not
thought you
from
said Dark Gate. Okay, it's like, hey, wait, that's my dad.
Thanks.
But Alara, if you want to, you can roll me a history check.
Okay, history check. Ooh, a nat 20.
Okay, you personally know Duke Older Ravengard. He is a very good friend of your parents, and you know him as Uncle Oldie.
Uncle Oldie.
Oldie, like, so his name is Older, Ulder, I think. Yeah,
Older,
and
okay.
you know him as Uncle Oldie, like not oldie, but Oldie. Uncle
Oldie. Oh,
so
funny.
Oldie.
You have been to his keep many a time at Baldur's Gate. He has stayed with you and your parents many a time. You feel like, oh, hell yeah. Like, I didn't know that was the vibe. I didn't know that was the vibe at all. But,
Oh my gosh.
yeah.
And wait, is he here? Is that what you said, or no? Uncle
I did not say that he was present at.
Okay,
but you don't know. He could be, but you don't. I did not say that.
Oh,
You said Liara was friends with him.
I said Liara is she works for him.
Okay.
What was the name of the? Oh, goodbye.
Oh no.
I think that was an
First lady that we're supposed to meet.
Greta.
Gruta Hallsdotter. Also, I don't know why he became Norwegian.
Okay, so what was the name?
Hello? Yellar? Okay, there. I've got it back. All right.
Okay, what was the name? What was the official name of Uncle Oldie?
Older Ravengard.
Older Ravengard. Okay, I just want to write it down. But we're supposed to see Gruta. Okay.
And how do you spell Liara? And Gruta?
Gruta is like Greta, but with a U instead of an E. Okay. And Liara, Liara Portier.
Okay.
Nice. And one more question is, like, have you heard of people just disappearing in the jungle out of nowhere?
Like mid-foot?
I mean, all the time.
Not like dying, like just
like
vanishing.
Vanishing, yeah.
No, I'm not in that sense, I guess. But also, I don't know, jungle's weird. I try not to go there. I got to the fort years ago, and I have not stepped outside these walls since. I get deliveries from my person from Port Nyanzaru, but I stay here. I do the tej. I make the tej. I also sell some watches if you're interested in watches.
We'll get back to you on that.
All right.
Well, thank you for your help.
I have a question though. About other sellers, merchants, around here. Is there someone who does magic for trade or cost? Like, is there someone who can locate a person perhaps for price?
I think any mages are going to be in Port Nyanzaru, darling. Sorry. Or, I mean, we've got tons of people with special abilities adventuring through the jungle. It's possible you'd come across someone, but we don't have anyone in residence that I know of. But
okay. Thank you so much.
Of course. Would anybody else like some Tej?
I don't have any money. Get back to you.
Do you want some? I can get you one.
Nah. We'll come back this way on our way out, and I might get some.
Yeah, we gotta check out those watches.
We need to know what time it is. Okay, so we're walking towards the keep or
The large cape.
The large, yeah.
Okay.
For Ruda, and hoping Uncle Oldie is there.
Okay. So you walk up, and I'm going to read this. It says, "This bastion is a fort within a fort. It's called a bailey. It's about 20 feet tall at the peak of the roof, and the attached palisade is 16 feet high. So the whole structure, you were able to see this all the way from outside because it's set up higher than the rest of the fort. And the central courtyard that you first walk into, the gate is open, and it doesn't even look as if it's guarded, amazingly enough. The gate is open, and you walk through, and the central courtyard, where there's so many courtyards here in Fort Valerian, it's open to the sky, and there is a boardwalk that's cutting across the whole courtyard. You get the sense that this is to prevent people having to sluck through mud in the heavy rains of Cholt. Although I forget what the weather was like today, but I think it was nice. And Alara, in the middle of this courtyard, there is a large wooden statue of an armored man. And you don't even need to roll. You immediately are like, Uncle Oldie.
Aww. That's my Uncle Oldie. That's a statue of older Ravengard.
Echo gives you a look, and she's just like, Uncle?
Yeah, he's good friends with my parents, and I grew up, and he's the I grew up calling him Uncle Oldie. He's the best.
Echo just kind of has a look on her face, and she like mutters something, but you don't know what it is.
Yeah, Laura didn't grow up with the rest of us. She's kind of on an exchange program. The rest of us are not so friendly with the higher-ups. We don't really know any of them personally.
Also, she's a child, not yet scorned by the horrors of her parents. Yeah.
Hey, listen.
Time to cook.
Uncle Oldie has been nothing but good to me and my parents.
Keyword, yeah.
All right, let's just keep going. I'll put a hand on Alara's shoulder so we can keep walking.
So I don't stab Iku in the eye.
Amazing. Can I get a bigger version of this? Hold on, sorry. I'm having to like scroll from the map back to the descriptions, and it's annoying. There we go. Screenshot. Okay. So you guys walk in. Oh, did you walk past that? Okay, yeah. So you walk into the lower level, and the first thing that you notice is right to your left. Right to your left. When you walk in, the first thing you see is a large pen, a PEN pen. And it's almost like stables, except the creatures housed in these stables are not horses. They are, in fact, dinosaurs.
Ooh.
Is there anything we haven't seen, or are they ones that we've seen walking around Port Nyanzaru?
Let me look. Stop it. Actually, I don't know my dinosaurs that well, but give me a second.
Were any of these on Executioner's Row when we...
So these aren't raptors. These are not, they're like, it's called the raptor pen, but these are not raptors.
Interesting.
Come on. Ugh. My computer. I'm grateful for my computer. I'm grateful for my computer. I'm grateful for my computer. A Dionychosis? Do any of you guys know what the hell that is? A Dionychosis? Oh. So a Dionysus looks like it's exactly like what people think a velociraptor is. So these are raptors.
Okay.
They look familiar to you. These
they
are
like-
these are the things we'll retroactively say these are the things that were at Executioner's Row. These were not chicken-like. These were large, rideable dinosaurs that you look like they could be served as mounts.
Are they calm or are they like
Oh, they're just chilling.
just
They're fine.
chilling?
Yeah.
Okay. Do we see any other adventuring groups heading this direction?
Roll me perception check.
That is a 22.
Yeah. You do, in fact. I mean, this place is hustle bustle with parties of makeshift crews. But you were kind of not tailing, but trailing behind a group of 3 tieflings. And they were heading ahead of you, and they walked into the lower level of the keep and turned to their right.
Well, that's essentially they said that Grudo is in the lower level of the keep, so let's just kind of follow them ish.
A little bit of a meander. We don't want to look like we're following them because that would be
Right.
Head in the same general direction because they seem to know what they're doing.
Yeah.
At a safe distance.
Yeah. Eku, is this familiar? Is this where you went last time you were here?
Normally I just stick to the bazaar. I don't come into the Grand Keep. The adventurers typically go and do their business on their own.
Oh.
She's kind of like looking around with interest, but she has another kind of look on her face.
Well, you can wait at the bazaar for us if you want.
Thank you very much. She turns around and leaves.
Okay. Good. Okay, let's go.
We get the vibe that she doesn't like the flaming fist.
You are
Yeah.
welcome to. I will roll. Would you like to roll a vibe check?
Yeah.
That was quite obvious. I'm not.
Yeah, but the way that she reacted to learning that the flaming fist work for someone that Alara knows personally, little sus.
I know.
Micah, you actually don't get that vibe at all. You actually think that Eku just looked extremely uncomfortable being in an enclosed space.
That makes sense. Okay.
Oh my god, not a guy with claustrophobia.
Well, we're going out to the jungle. Doesn't really need to be comfortable in enclosed spaces.
That's true. I'm still keeping my eye on her though. Okay.
Sorry, I'm just writing down the context of that vibe check.
Okay.
I forgot I had a bag of holding, and I was like, why am I only carrying 46 pounds of things?
On our way out, I'd like to stop at that armory, the blacksmith guy. Maybe something I can trade in the mace for. I don't know. I don't think mace is really my vibe. So
Well, maybe there's some kind of like mithril.
Oh my god.
Like you get stabbed and not worry about it.
Think that, as we left Port Neanzer, I was like, I should have looked for a shield, but I spent all my money anyway, so.
Oh, that's true. I don't think I have any money.
We'll see after we get this charter how much we have left.
That's true. Okay.
also, if we have anything we can sell, maybe. Take some
I
money.
got these mushrooms. Someone might buy them.
Yeah. The reverie or whatever.
Yeah, the psychic.
Raxanol reverie.
I'm sorry, what? The psychedelics?
Yeah.
Yeah, I picked up these mushrooms, and Eku said that they're very poisonous unless you cook them under very specific circumstances, and then they're like some trippy stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, hell yeah.
Get whatever you can get for those. Okay, so we're did we finish following the people in front of us, or did we find
So
Gruda?
you follow this group of 3 tieflings, and they walk kind of. So this keep is kind of oval in shape, and they've headed to the right, and you follow them, and they walk into, like, there's this long circular corridor, but a portion of it opens up in a grand archway, and they enter through that archway. So they're like exiting the circular inner path, but they're still within the building itself though, and they enter into a large great hall. Do you follow them? Or do you continue going on your circular path?
Well, I think we should at least peek through like the doorway of the hall to see if that's where Gruda is.
Excuse me.
We don't know what Gruda looks like, do we? Did we get a description?
You did not.
No. I mean, if we just see a lady in there, well, we can always ask, are you Gruda?
We could also, do we want to ask these tieflings if that's in fact what they're doing? Who's getting a charter?
Are they close enough to us? I thought we were kind of at a distance.
You are, but at a distance, but you're welcome to follow them and catch up.
Yeah.
Well, I don't want to like run at them, but if they were like, stop.
Yeah, maybe you can ask them. Tiefling solidarity. Maybe they'll be.
That feels a little bit strange to say, but
Hey, I am more likely to, be friendlier to someone of my own kind.
I didn't actually grow up with many tieflings outside of my family. It's not really a communal thing, but
Well, I don't know how it is for tieflings, but where I'm from, okay, like this, anyone part of the community,
it's fair.
Well, let's at least peek through to see what's in the Great Hall.
Yeah.
We don't necessarily have to go in yet. Just kind of look in the doorway. Is the doorway open?
Yeah, it's an archway. It's an archway.
Oh, it's an archway. Okay, so yeah, we just kind of like casually walking by, but like looking in there to see if that's where we want to go. And yeah.
So you walk. Roll me a perception check.
Okay. 20.
Nice. Okay. Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Yeah.
Okay. So you do a little quick peek, and this looks like a place where business is conducted, but also conversations are to be had. In Coventry, the main centerpiece of a great hall is the hearth, right? There's always an impressive fireplace. The larger the fireplace, the richer the family whose keep this hall exists within. It is not so in Chult. The grand centerpiece is the very large taxidermied head on the wall of a huge reptilian monster that you have never seen before in your life. You do not know what it is, but it looks like its mouth open. You could stand up inside its open mouth.
Oh my god.
Micah, is this in your book?
Sorry?
Micah, is this monster in your book?
I didn't see it, but I can flip through later on to see if it is.
There are other reptilian heads and just general oddly shaped skulls presented throughout the rest of the walls, mounted, and pelts of exotic animals that are hung like tapestries with beautiful patterning. Various small pockets of groups are all standing and talking with each other, and you see two large tables. Some people are sitting down and drinking cups of some form or another. You see actually there is like a little refreshment table, like a self-service Tej station. And at these two large groups, you see a man eating a falafel. And the three tiefling women walk over to him and ask him some sort of question, and you see him give kind of hand directions.
There's no line anywhere. People seem like they're waiting for their turn.
You do see that there are people that are kind of hanging around another desk that looks like it's at the head of this room, right underneath that large taxidermied creature. But that desk is currently unoccupied at this time.
Well, let's go ask somebody. I mean, someone's got to know something.
I want to know what these people are standing in this line for.
There's no line. There's just people kind of generally mulling about.
Well, yeah, waiting for the person for this desk to come back for is where I'm getting at,
We can go to the same guy that those other tieflings asked. He seemed helpful.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay. Do you
Mike
approach
is
him?
gonna like step behind Tefra because they've talked to like 2 people today, and that's 2 people too many.
Oh.
Dude, this was your idea.
Val normally does all of our talking.
Oh, true.
All of our flirting.
Okay.
So we arrive at the station and go, hey, can you tell us, do you know where Gruda is? We need to get our charter.
Kruta. Yeah,
Yeah.
she's in her office probably. And he like takes a bite from this meaty wing.
Do you know where her office is?
And he kind of gives you a disinterested push of a hand. He's like indicating like that to the wall next to you guys. And he just points.
So in the other room? Is there another room? Is there another hall?
Do you know who occupies that desk over there that people are waiting for?
You're asking a lot of questions.
Yeah, we're new.
I can tell.
I don't have any money.
All right, thanks so much. I'm gonna walk away.
Yeah. Do you want to ask somebody who's waiting around? See what they're waiting for?
I wanna exit this wherever the fuck we are, and then just keep going into the spiral that they were
Okay.
earlier. I don't know.
Did
Kind
the
of where he was
group we were
leading.
following? Did they head towards the empty desk, or did they exit the room?
They exited the room. The tieflings.
Mm-hmm.
They exited the room.
All right, let's kind of follow his direction out of the room.
Okay. So you guys walk out of the grand hall and back into that circular hallway. And do you turn left or right?
Whichever, the opposite of where we came in.
Okay, so you would continue on the right. There is a door. There are 2 doors. Like you walk for a little bit of a ways, and then there are 2 doors on this hallway. But it does continue to just curve. You could keep following the hallway if you wanted.
We should check out the doors. I mean, that could be at our office, so.
Yeah,
So-
are either of them labeled?
Is there a window? Can we peek through?
No, these are just 2 wooden doors.
All right, I just knock on the first one. Hello, we're looking for Gruda.
You wait, you knock. You wait, there is no response.
Okay, so go to the next door. Not the same thing. Hello, we're looking for Gruda. Are you there? Is this your office?
You knock. There is no response.
All right, so keep moving.
All right. You continue walking ahead, making your way around this circle, and there is a staircase on your right that you come across at a certain point, a staircase leading upstairs.
They didn't say that she was upstairs. They said she was in the lower keep. What do you guys think? Should we just keep going around, or should we try the stairs? I mean,
You'd think there would be like signs pointing us in the right direction if this is how they make their money.
yeah, I know.
You would think.
We were told that she was on the lower level, so I don't think we need to go upstairs.
I'll have to let Uncle Oldie know. It's very, very unorganized here.
I say, yeah, we keep going in the circle, and then once we hit a point where we have to turn back around, then on our way back we head up the stairs.
All right, let's keep going.
Tefra, as you say that, you kind of look up ahead of you, and literally, like, just ahead of you are those raptor pens.
Oh, okay, so let's head up the stairs.
Oh, like we've gone a full circle is what you're saying.
That is what I'm saying, yes.
Okay. All right. Then we'll go up the stairs, I guess. And if we can't find anything up there, I guess we're going to have to go back to that bazaar, see what maybe someone else can help us. But let's go up.
Mm-hmm.
I'm resisting the urge to embody the spirit of Val and break into some rooms.
Yeah, that's maybe not.
I'm resisting.
We'll save that as a last resort.
You mean
Sorry.
one of those closed doors?
I'm sorry.
Did you mean try to break into one of those closed doors that we walk by?
Mm-hmm.
I know. I was thinking the same thing. Like, wouldn't we just try to open it?
Yeah, I don't want to ruffle any feathers before we have what we need.
Listen, if Uncle Aldi is seriously the man in charge, we're not going to
here at this very moment. I say go for it, but
yeah,
he's not.
He'd be really pissed if anything happened to me. I'm just saying.
Did we can we see like the tieflings at the top of the stairs? Did they go in that direction too?
You can roll me perception check.
I can't go back to that. 10.
You do not see it. You're just going up the stairs. You don't see any other people.
Okay, how long are these stairs? Are we just keep going? And
It's from one floor to the next. You go up and it's almost a mirror of the downstairs in that there is a long circular hallway with doors occasionally on the outer wall. Do you want to go left or right?
Do we hear anyone talking anywhere?
Roll me a perception check.
People.
I'm sorry, I'm not being very helpful. I need a visual.
Yeah, that's true. But unfortunately, any visual I could provide would be spoilery. So
A 10.
a 10. You kind of try and listen for a second to just get any sort of sense of place and grounding. And you hear some very loud, you don't hear conversation, but you hear very loud off to your left.
do you think this is like the level of sleeping quarters? Like, I feel like.
Yeah, I don't think this is where we're supposed
I
to.
know, because it's like they told us it was the lower keep, and so far there's 2 closed doors in that big area. I feel like, that guy was a jerk, but we could probably find somebody who could help us out, because I feel like we're just wandering aimlessly at this point.
Yeah. Someone has to be nice here and point us in the right direction.
Yeah. So let's head. You guys want to head back to the bazaar area and just like see if we can find somebody that will actually help us?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Seems like the best move.
All right. So we're gonna just head back to that big area where there was all those people.
Okay, so you go back downstairs, you walk past the raptor pen, you exit the main keep, the outer courtyard of the main keep, and into the kind of
No. We meant the little area inside the keep, the lower keep that had all those people. You know, the guy that was rude to us?
Oh, okay. So that wasn't a bazaar. That was the Great Hall.
Sorry.
That was the bazaar, like the market area.
Right. I'm sorry. I said it wrong.
Fine.
Yeah.
No worries.
I mean, I guess we could go to the bazaar, but we should probably stay in the keep since that's where technically she was supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
We can go back in there and ask someone else.
Yeah. Anyone who looks like they are kind and not rude. Like some people that we've talked to.
All right.
At this point, I'm just like, let's put out a public service announcement. Does anyone know where Gruta's office is?
And does anyone know about disappearing people? Okay, so we go back into that other area in the keep.
The Great Hall.
The Great Hall, yes. I'm thinking like where that empty desk is, where those people are kind of milling around.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to walk over there and kind of see if anyone seems sort of friendly. Can I do like a vibe check?
Yes. And I will let you roll that vibe check because this isn't like determining secrets or intentions. This is literally you trying to figure out who to even approach. And I'll let you roll it.
Okay. What is that? Is that just
an insight? It's an insight check.
Oh, insight. Okay. A 5.
A 5. It's like a mix of people in here, adventurers, and then people in Flaming Fist attire. And everybody's just kind of looks, I don't know, you're just not getting a sense of comfort from anybody. Not getting a sense that you can approach anybody.
I don't know. I'm getting bad vibes. I'm losing my voice and I'm getting bad vibes, guys. I mean, I guess we could ask a Flaming Fist guy. They probably know more than just a random person. I'm just going to walk over to the first, Flaming Fist person that looks somewhat approachable and ask and be like, hey, do you know where we can get our charter from Gruda?
Okay. With that 5, I'm going to say you unfortunately have not made a good choice. And that person just it's a woman, sleek, slicked back Ariana Grande ponytail vibes. And she just gives you a look up and down and then turns and starts talking to her companion that she was speaking to and just completely ignores you.
Okay, we need to remember her so I can report her to Uncle Aldi.
Do you say that out loud?
No, I say it to Tefra quietly.
Okay, can I see what else is happening in this room? So we got the guy eating the beef jerky, people at this empty desk. What else can we divine?
There are people milling about. Some people are looking with interest at the skulls on the wall. Hold on one second. What is that? Off to the. Wait, you guys have walked in. Oh God, directions. Anyway, off to one side of the room, there's a door that swings open, and a man in an apron comes out carrying some plates and sets them down in front of 2 Flaming Fist soldiers, and then heads back in through a swinging door. Those 2 soldiers look like they're in deep conversation. The 3 tieflings are not in here, but there is another adventuring party of about 4 people who are also kind of looking around a little lost. And yeah, it's just a kind of a gathering place. Chatter is happening. Some people are, writing things down, talking amongst themselves.
Well, Micah, you said you wanted to talk to maybe another adventurers. Do you want to talk to?
Yeah, let's talk to the party that looks lost.
Yeah, maybe we can trauma bond. Okay, so we walk up to the people that look a little lost. Hey, are you guys lost too? We're looking for Gruda. Do you know where she is?
Roll me a persuasion.
22.
Okay, so this group is 4 humans, 3 women, and 1 man, and they all kind of look at you wide-eyed as well, and they're like, yes, we, the oldest, or who looks to be the oldest woman, she's about middle-aged, looks at you. She's got long blonde hair in a braid and looks a little embarrassed and relieved. And she goes, yes, we were told we needed to come here for a charter of exploration.
Oh, so.
And, we're from Lyra, and we know that this is a thing in Coventry. I didn't realize it was also a thing in Cholt, that we were going to be regulated like this. This is why we stay away from Coventry. It is so irritating.
I agree.
But yes, nobody will talk to us. It's so rude. Everybody here has just been so rude.
So rude. I agree. So you guys don't know either? Because we're trying to find Gruda. That's what we found out, is that Lower Keep, find Gruda, and if you can't find Gruda, find Liara, who apparently is a last case scenario because they say she's, not so pleasant.
Right. No, we were told similar directions to find Gruter's office and acquire the Charter of Exploration from them. But we haven't been able to find it, so we've just been sort of loitering about in here waiting to see if anybody would show up that we could talk to.
Yeah, that's kind of what we've been doing.
Let's
did
compare. Nope, you did see.
Oh, sorry. We did see some adventurers talk to some, and there was an exchange of money, but that is, so gauche, and so I refuse to do such a thing. But surely someone will be kind and give us information at some point.
I was going to say, let's compare like footsteps. What locations have you guys been to that were dead ends? And we'll say where we've been that have been dead ends.
We've just done a general walk through the lower level, but it's just a circular hallway. There's nowhere to go. We went into the kitchen. The cook was extremely busy. He wasn't able to talk to us other than to give us some candied oranges. But
ooh,
that sounds good.
The kitchen is through one of the doors in here. It wasn't one of the hallway doors, right?
sorry, one more time.
The kitchen is one of the doors in this great hall. It wasn't one of the hallway doors.
Yes, no, I thought that someone said that Gruta's office was near the Great Hall, and so I went through that door because I assumed that it was to her office because this is the Great Hall and that's the only door in here, but it was to the kitchen. I was very embarrassed, and I didn't even get to have a word out, but the cook shooed me away, but quite kindly, and handed me these, and she shows you these like slices of oranges that almost look like they're covered with a jelly and like crystal sugar.
Are you offering them?
Yeah, I'm like resisting the urge not to take candy from a stranger.
Oh, yes, if you would like, of course.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so
kind of watch as her face falls as you take some of her candy.
I'm trying to be polite. Okay, but so there's two doors out in the hallway, and we knocked and no one answered. But we were thinking of maybe checking it out. Would you like to come with us?
Sure, yes. And she kind of looks at the rest of the group, and they all nod eagerly as well.
All right, let's do it. And you guys go first.
Oh.
No, I'll do the first door. You guys do the second door. Let's do it that way.
All right. Sounds good.
All right.
Okay. I think Laura's bullying these people in like the gentlest ways.
That's so funny.
Okay, so we go out into the hallway and we go up to the first door, and I knock again.
Mm-hmm. And she goes, and the other group goes to the other door and knock as well on that door.
Okay, so we wait.
And
do we hear anything?
No response.
Okay, I'm gonna try is it a knob, latch, or
it's a knob?
A knob. Okay, I'm gonna open it. See if it's locked.
Okay, you both look at each other, and she goes to open hers as well, and you turn, and both doors open.
All right. Okay, so slowly open the door, and then kind of peek the head in. And do I hit an investigation roll, or is it just a closet?
So you open the door, and you kind of hear the adventuring party giggle, and you hear the girl you're talking to go, "Oh, yes, well, should have checked to see if it was locked, I suppose." Anyway, and she peeks in as well. You peek in, and you see another very short hallway, and there are two doors on either end of that hallway.
Oh, okay. And what was in their hallway? Or I'm asking, like, hey, what was? There's a hallway in mine. What's in yours?
Oh, and she kind of steps in. She goes, it looks like the bottom of a bell tower, and she's kind of like raising her voice so that you can hear her.
Are either of the doors in this new hallway labeled?
Are you gonna go in and check it
out? I'm asking Alara.
Yeah, I'm in there. So can I see anything?
You'd have to walk down the hallway to see.
Okay. I'm doing it. I'm walking in, I'm walking down the hallway, checking it out.
Okay. The door to your left says bell tower. The door to your right says castellan.
Castellan.
That's the word that we heard. We have to find the castellan.
Oh, it is? Okay. All
It was
right.
either one of, I don't remember if the castellan was Gruta or Liara, but that is a word that we heard.
Well, Liara works for Uncle Oldie, so maybe I can pull that
Let's
out.
not
All
bank on
right.
that now.
Okay, so I knock on the castellan door.
Okay. Hold your horses. And so you hear someone shout that out to you, Alara, and then you hear the sound of more general discussion occurring inside the door.
Okay. So I just wait for them to open it, or she said hold your horses, so.
Yeah, we'll wait.
Okay. So we're gonna wait until they open the door.
The other adventuring party is like, well, what's down there? What do you see?
Come on over. We got somebody. We don't know if it's good or bad, but maybe they can help.
All right.
I mean, unless you want to investigate this bell tower.
It's a small hallway, so they all kind of start shuffling in, and they're like,
maybe they wait in the main hallway.
a bit tight. Well,
hopefully she'll open the door anytime.
Why don't you wait in the main hallway?
This was our door.
We got it. We're just going to wait for them to open the door, and hopefully they can help us all, whoever's in there. All right. So how long are we still waiting?
How long? I mean, so I will say about 5 minutes pass and the door does not open.
Okay. So I knock again. Hello. We're looking for Gruta. We need our...
Hold your horses. My God. All right.
Well,
and
no.
You do anything?
What?
Do you do anything?
Well, I knock again.
That's what... hold your... And she's like a okay. One of the door swings open. You hear a range of curses. The door swings open, and you're staring directly at one of the tiefling women. Wait your turn! And she slams the door in your face.
Oh shoot! Is this a bathroom?
Is that one of the ones we were following?
It does. It is one of the tieflings that you were following.
Alara, maybe we walk away for a minute. You seem very impatient, and they also seem very impatient. Let's go take a breather.
Did I get to see inside the room, though? Is it a room or was it a bathroom?
You can roll a perception check.
Okay.
Is the door locked?
It's Ephra.
Okay, I got a 15.
Okay, it looked like an office. There were other people in there. You didn't get a good glimpse, but
I'm going to grab Alara and shuffle out past the other people. We're gonna take a breather. We'll go do a little lap, go outside for a second.
I don't want to do a lap. I don't want to lose our turn.
We'll be okay. Alara, we don't want to deal with people immediately after they get upset.
Well,
I have a question about the semantics or construction, the archaeology here. Nope. The architecture here.
I just don't think they're gonna let us in. I feel like, I don't know. I just got a bad feeling.
So this door said bell tower, and then across the hall, the other door, the people were in said they see the bottom of a bell tower.
Mm-hmm.
So this door would go up, and that one goes down?
You don't know. You can open the door to see.
Sure, I'll open the door.
All right. You look in, and you see... You enter into the bottom of a bell tower. It rises about 10 feet higher than the rest of the roof line. It's about 30 feet tall overall, and there is a rope and a large bell at the very top of this tower, and some hay along the ground to kind of soften the mud.
This is the one that was across from the door Laura
of
was just
Castellan. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Sorry, I'm trying to construct a mental image.
So I'm going to take Alara, and while we're I don't want to wander too far because Tefra is not following yet, but I'm going to lean in and be like, Alara, we're not going to deal with people that you've just upset. We're going to let those other people go first. And that way, if they're still upset, they're not dealing with us.
Look, we
Okay?
can just say that the people we were with, that they were the ones knocking. They don't
That's
have to
why
know
we're
it's
going to
us.
let them go first.
All right, fine. Okay, we'll just pretend like we came after them.
Yeah. I don't want to be here when the door opens back up, so we're going to go a little bit.
Okay. Where do you guys go?
Do you want to go look at the raptors? The raptors are pretty cool.
Yeah, let's look at the raptors. Let's also maybe see if Alder is here in the castle.
Well,
Because if we can get, if Alder Ravengard is here, we can get whatever the hell we want.
I don't know if you guys can hear my cat trying to break down the door, but I apologize if you did hear it.
What was that? What was it?
Chloe doesn't like closed doors,
Yeah.
so she's trying to break it down right now.
Oh my god.
That's so cute, though.
I feel like if he's here, he's going to be in that office.
Oh, well,
Because
that would
this
be
is
even better. Because
beautiful,
even
but-
if they were mad, he would not be mad at me.
I still think it's best to take a second away. We're not going to get anywhere knocking
That's
some
fine.
more.
But maybe I'm thinking we can ask somebody and see if they know if he's here or not.
When
'cause
we talk-
honestly, I don't think anybody will believe me if he's not here.
Wallace, when we talk to the people, did we learn that he comes here, or just that Liara works under him in some capacity?
That question was not really discussed.
Yeah, we just found out that he would work. We didn't.
So we just know that Liara is his underling.
Yes.
And there's a big statue of him. Yeah, I don't know why he'd be here, to be honest. But okay, so we're looking at the raptors. Are there any people around?
How long do you sit and look?
We're just there like a minute or two, just trying to cool. I'm just trying to cool off.
Okay. After about a minute or two, the raptors look at you with some interest, and as you stare, they start staring at you more intently. But after about a minute or two, you hear the sound of 3 pairs of footsteps, and the 3 tiefling adventurers are walking down the hallway and past the raptor cage to exit the keep.
I'm gonna block Alara so that they don't see her, just in case the one recognizes her face. I'm just gonna like stand up tall and like.
I'll be cool too. I'll try to stay out of view.
Yeah.
I want to ask them if that was Gruda's office that they just came out of.
Okay, you asked them that?
Yeah.
And one tiefling kind of gives you a sneer. Another one pretends to ignore you. But another one, the third, looks at you and kind of looks at the other 2 nervously, but then gives you a little nod and keeps walking.
Okay. I give her like a thanks.
Let's head back then.
How long about was it between the last time we saw them and now? Just so we have an estimate of how long this meeting took.
Well, I mean, you guys arrived at the door, and then about 7 minutes passed, like 5 minutes and then another couple minutes. And then you pulled Alara away, and then about 2 minutes later.
Okay. It's like a 10-minute.
Well, we don't know how long they were in there because we wandered around a little bit more after our last time spotting the tieflings. So
Wait,
we'll
how
give it like 10, 15 minutes, and then we'll go back to that hallway.
Wait, why?
Well, why does it matter if we stand here or we stand in that tiny cramped hallway?
The other people are going to be in there already. Is that what you mean? They're going to be in there next?
Yeah.
And we'll wait for them, essentially?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Well,
we
let's-
can stand at
let's
the tiny
go back
hallway,
and make sure that they went in so that we're not just waiting on an empty office. We don't want to lose our turn. I don't want to lose my turn. So I'm just going to maybe not wait in that hallway, but just outside of the doorway to make sure we don't lose our turn.
Okay, that's
I'm
fine.
gonna wait in the hallway, and I would like to try to eavesdrop
Right outside the door?
if they're in the office. Yeah.
All right. And then I'm essentially standing guard then, I guess.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me a perception check, Tefra.
Perception. Oh, 6.
6.
Oh, no.
You can hear the sounds of muffled conversation, but you are not able to discern any like not legible but discernible words.
All right, so we'll chill. We'll wait for their meeting.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I do something? I'll do a little meditation.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Wait. I want to try to do like a rune thing, but I think I need to be meditating for like a specific amount of time, so that might not be feasible. Hold on.
We can wait. Do people want to take we're an hour and a half. Do people want to take our mini break and Tefra, you can figure out this meditation thing and then we'll be back in about 90 seconds?
Yeah.
Alrighty. It's going to make it seem like the stream is starting again, but this is just the break. All right. 1 minute and 49 seconds. Go. I got some good cat cuddles. Did everybody else get what they needed to get done?
I did, yes.
All right, Tefra, did you get yourself figured out?
Yes. But I can't do what I wanted to, because it has to be at the end of a long rest. I don't think we've taken one.
Okay, gotcha. All right. Well, you guys sit and wait for about 10 minutes, hearing those muffled sounds of discussion. And then, yeah, after a bit of time, Alara, you're just reaching that cusp again of impatience. But the door does open, and that group of 4 adventurers walks out, and they give you an excited look. And the girl who had been kind of your main discussion partner gives you 2 thumbs up, and they start walking off.
Oh, look, I actually got the thumbs up. Yay. Okay. So,
Tefra, do you want to take the lead on this? You are our most
yeah, you got the money.
cordial person, and you also have our money.
I guess I am the purse. Sure.
Okay. We'll let Tefra lead.
Do we walk in or do we wait to be called? We'll just walk in.
Yeah.
You the door's closed.
Oh,
okay. So we have to knock.
we knock.
Yeah.
Madame Gruta, may we enter?
Yep.
Okay. So we enter.
Let me guess. Another round of adventurers.
Yes.
Yes.
You walk in, and there is a human woman in kind of knightly type armor, which just right off the bat is kind of like, what? Like, you're inside the middle of this fort. It's not under attack. Why are you in armor? But whatever. And she's sitting at a large desk. There are, whoa. Oh, okay. Sorry. I thought one of my cats was about to throw up. But he's playing with a cardboard box. Anyway, there are maps all over the wall in this office, but overall it's not too fancily appointed. It's Yeah, I mean, it's an office. There's a desk. There's some
Are there
books.
seats for us? Can we sit?
There are seats. There are along the wall. So there's one seat in front of her desk, and then along the walls there are other chairs. And she kind of looks at you, the three of you, and she goes, "Your leader can sit here." And she points to the desk in front of the chair, and gives you guys all a look of interest, like this is your first test potentially.
I think we'll all just stand if that's okay. There are no leaders in our party. We're all equals. We came about the charter for adventuring.
She gives you a little bit of an unimpressed look, and she says, venturing into the jungle without a clear hierarchy of command is an interesting strategy, but I'm not here to give you advice. How long will you be adventuring?
Was it 3 months?
I think 3 months.
3 months. All right. And where do you hail from?
Coventry?
What part of Coventry?
Journal?
Long way from home. How's the heat treating you? Ice fields of Sharonall are famous. You must be sweltering in the Cholton jungle.
I'm actually from Dark Cape originally.
Oh, I'm
So,
familiar with that city.
yeah.
Go ahead.
What were you saying? Yeah, my parents are they're the ones they lead Dark Cape.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Bully for them.
I grew up on a volcano. The heat is no concern to me.
Good for you then. So I'm just going to give you the general spiel. First of all, do you have a registered guide with Jabal in Port Nyanzaru?
Yes.
Can I have this guide's name, please?
Oh, Eku.
Okay, and she writes that down, and she kind of gives a nod. She's like, okay, yeah. And well, first of all, thank you for coming to Fort Valerian, for coming to the Flaming Fist. You made the correct choice. It's very important that we keep these jungles safe. And by carrying a chart of exploration, it lets us know that you're approved to explore, and we know you're not a threat. Otherwise, if we came across you and you weren't sanctioned by the Flaming Fist, we would be duty bound to eradicate you. So this was the correct choice that you've made. And she continues on. She asks you a list of questions. She asks you about the provisions that you have. She asks you about your general training and skills. How much do you guys share with her?
Just basics, right? I mean,
Surface level stuff. I don't want to say anything about what's her face and the soulmonger death curse situation.
Okay.
Yeah, kinda just what we talked about when we were first meeting, we were like, well, we have like a healer and like also people to fight, and that we've stocked up on things.
All right. And after her line of questioning, this whole time she's been, she pulls out a piece of paper and she's like checking off boxes and markings and stuff like that. And then she looks at you and she goes, and what is your group's name?
well, we don't have a name.
Well, I need something to write on the charter and then to write in my logbooks. So you're going to need one.
All right, you guys. The McMuffin gang. We have a mascot.
The
That's it.
McMuffin gang.
Yes, Muffin Gang. Yes.
Sure.
All right.
I'm gonna regret that.
We don't have to tell other people. It's fine.
We're proud of our mascot.
She kind of gives you a smirk and she's like, "Don't worry, I've heard weirder." All right, and then finally the big one. We have to fund the Flaming Fist. We protect this jungle. We'll protect you if a garrison comes across you in the jungle and you're in distress. And so part of purchasing, it's 50 gold to purchase the Charter of Adventure. Do you have that?
Yes.
And then it is also a commitment to split any profits from adventuring with us with the Flaming Fist. And you're willing to agree to that?
Yes. May I ask what's the percentage split?
I believe it's 50-50, but let me just look.
What are the stipulations? What items, require splitting? Or is it just like straight up gold that we're splitting?
Down payment. So 50 gold pieces is a down payment on the split of the profits. And so she'll go, she tells you, okay, so basically the way it works is you give us 50, and if you just utterly suck at adventuring, then whatever. You've paid $50 or 50 gold for the right to enter the jungle in of itself. But let's say you find 50 pieces of gold out in the jungle. Well, then you owe us nothing. We're even because you've given us 50, you've given 50. It's a 50-50 split. If you say you find another 150 pieces of gold worth of items, you would have to give us an additional 50. Basically, we're looking at the end of the day, whatever you have, the Flaming Fist has received exactly half of that, with that 50 as an initial down payment.
So it would be like the cost of an artifact.
Yes. So if you are able to find something that is of magical value, and there are quite a few of those in the jungle, and we've heard stories of some legendary items even, if you would like to give that to the Flaming Fist and we are capable of paying for it and interested in paying for it, we can kind of go in halvesies. We'll pay for half of it and take the entire thing. Or if you want to keep it for yourself, then we expect half of the item's value worth in gold. Now, that does get complicated when we're dealing with potentially priceless items. So, but they're rare, and I'm going to be so for real. We can cross that bridge when we come to it.
Mm-hmm.
It's chill. Also, you guys are looking a little teeny tiny in terms of your might. I suggested this to the party that just came in too, because they also looked a little green to this land. You can hire Flaming Fists to join your adventuring. It's 1 gold for every 10 days. And you can hire up to 6 if you'd like, and we can assign them to you by tomorrow.
Can we think on that one?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Could we hire them like as we come across them, or does it have to be done here? Like say in 25 days, we want to hire one.
I mean, if you come across them and they're not already engaged, my guess though is that any Flaming Fists that are out are either on patrol and are expected to return by a certain date, or have been sent out by Liara or myself for a specific task, and so would be unlikely to join you. Now, someone on patrol already, if you're heading in the direction that their patrol requires them to cover, they might agree to stick with you for a while, but as long as they don't veer off the path of their patrol, but they could be extra protection for you as long as your path and theirs cross. But if you want to guarantee having that extra muscle, I would hire here for sure.
Thank you.
Yeah, sure. So I'll just put you down as a potential interest for that.
Yeah, we just need to discuss it first.
Okay, well, if you do decide to hire, you're going to bring back this sheet of paper, and she kind of holds up what looks to be what she's creating is your chart of exploration. And there is a space at the bottom with 6 slots. And she's like, you're just going to bring back this piece of paper, and I'll look at our scheduling and I will assign the fists that would join you, and their names would be written here. So that way we can cross reference later. But just so you know, the fists do need 24 hours notice. It's part of their union thing. They get 24 hours notice before sending off to the jungle. So if you do wait a day to hire, you'll have to wait a whole nother day before they can accompany you, just so you're clear on that.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're fine.
Other Flaming Fist fort locations. Is there like a map of those? Are there other locations?
There are some. We're expanding currently our reach. Why do you want to know? What?
A safe haven kind of thing if we needed it.
Other places to stop, buy weapons, that kind of thing.
Your
Better,
guide,
maybe guarantee things.
the guide that you've hired should be able to direct you to those places.
Okay.
True, but
It's not reliable, but okay.
Information I like to know myself. God forbid anything happens to anyone. I feel like you need to have a contingency to your contingency.
Was that a question or?
No, it was a statement.
Okay.
Yeah, one more thing actually. So we've
Yeah.
heard like rumors of people kind of just disappearing in thin air. Is that like a thing that happens regularly? Do those people come back?
Let me tell you, that has been a bit of a mindfuck recently. Within the past month, randomly, I've been getting reports. I didn't believe the first time it happened. I thought we just had some soldiers who'd gone AWOL. But no, yeah, we've been hearing about just literally people literally vanishing when nobody's looking. I don't know if it's some new kind of monster or something like that, but yeah, that's a weird one for sure.
Are they ever coming back?
Yeah, have any of them returned?
I'm gonna be so for real. I deal with what's going on inside these walls. We lose a lot of people. It's the jungle. I don't ask how it happened. I just hear the stories. I feel like I would have heard if someone disappeared and then returned, but I don't know for sure.
Okay.
Respect. I really like your vibe. Thank you so much for helping us.
Yeah, man. Did you mark the 50 out of your group tab?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now.
Okay. So she finishes up the conversation with you. She finishes filling out this form on this piece of parchment. She rolls it up, gives it a stamp. No, she stamps it, then rolls it up, ties it with a nice tight knot of string, and then hands it to Tefra. And she goes, "Do not lose that." And then her gaze softens a little bit, and she's like, "But it's okay if you do, because like I said, we've got cross references here. But try not to, because not every Flaming Fist will have the patience to escort you all the way back to Fort Balerion to confirm the cross reference, because that's what's going to happen, right? You come across these people, my people, in the jungle. They're going to ask to see your credentials. You're going to give it to them. They are going to see my little stamp. They're going to see my little stamp. Testing. 1, 2, 3.
You're good.
Is it okay?
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're fine now.
I just got really weird feedback. Anyway, and
And here, Tefra.
Devasia?
Oh, I was whispering. I said, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
It's like,
they're going to compare my seal to their own that they carry with them, and then they're going to let you go on. If you don't have it, they're going to have to bring you all the way back here. And, that could take weeks. So don't lose it.
Mhm.
Where's Val's Bergenbra when you need
it? Do you guys have a photocopier? Can we make multiple copies?
Micah, get on this.
Highly do not recommend creating forgeries. Not gonna lie.
No. I mean, like, by official means, like, have multiple copies of the seal.
Just don't lose it, man.
Okay. Are you single? Can I vibe check Ruta?
Demisha!
I'm asking for a friend. I'm asking for a friend, actually.
Oh, married to my job.
I get it.
All right. Well, thank you.
Yeah, sure. Doors that way.
All right. So where are we going to keep this thing?
I want to put it in the bag of holding in the same pocket next to the map.
Okay, perfect.
So you guys exit, and there is a group of 3 half-orcs in huge, like, adventuring gear standing outside. All 3 of their arms are crossed, and they're just kind of looking at you.
Give them a nod, head nod as we walk by.
And one of them looks at you and kind of leans in and is like, "Is this Gruta's office?"
Yeah, give the same thumbs up that the other woman gave to us.
Okay. And then he like reassumes his tough demeanor.
All right, we got it. So, okay, so Tefra, you wanted to go see the armorer?
Yes.
Okay.
How much money do we have left in our funds?
Yeah, how much money?
We collectively have 65 pieces of gold.
I can contribute 4 copper.
To what?
To what money we have. I have 4 copper.
4 copper. Oh my god. Okay, I have 10 gold and 95 copper. Personally.
Oh, my straw's broken. Dang.
Oh, that's the worst.
All right, wanna see if we can snag Iku?
Yeah.
Eku? I don't know the pronunciation. It's fine.
No, I keep doing the same thing. Echo. Yeah, she said she was going to be at the bazaar. Is the armorer near the bazaar? In the bazaar?
You guys passed the armorer. He was the first person you saw in that initial first smaller courtyard at the main gate.
Okay.
So we can hit him up on the way out. Was there anything else anyone wanted to see in this bazaar area?
Is there a place where people have shields? I'm probably not going to be able to afford one, but I'd like to look at them.
You definitely saw shields in the process of being made as you walked past the weaponsmith.
Okay.
So we'll do we find Echo? Is she there?
Yeah, this is not a huge bazaar, right? Like, I mean, this is a small fort. It's about a dozen tents. It does not take you long. She is looking admiringly at a pair of earrings that are made from feathers of a bird with iridescent emerald feathers. And when you guys approach her, and she turns to you and goes, "Were you successful?"
Yes, we got the charter.
Wonderful. Can we leave now?
Yeah, we just wanted to stop at the armor and then we can go after that.
Wonderful.
Have you found anything? I don't know what you've been up to. We didn't really ask you to gather intel, but like, have you found out anything interesting while you've been hanging out around here?
No, I've just been admiring the artistry of these merchants.
That's fair.
Do you have any experience with your parties hiring fist guards as well?
Yes.
You would have brought that up. That was interesting.
It is something that 2 of my parties in the past have done. The fists are typically well trained, and the nice thing is it really leads to very easy confrontations whenever there is a run-in the jungle. The presence of Flaming Fist and then you run into another group of Flaming Fist, they have no reason to question your chart of exploration. I have found that in the past, some Flaming Fist are just bored, and so they make things a bigger deal, a bigger headache than they need to be. They don't attack unnecessarily, but they can delay things.
What do you guys think? I mean, my initial response was no. But what?
Mine too. Just
Yeah, I think we're fine.
Okay,
But
because I'm kind of on Eku's side here. I kind of want to get out of here.
Mhm.
What do you
Well,
think?
yeah, let's go.
What time of day is it?
So okay, I'm thinking you guys woke up. I think it's just it always is. It's just after lunch because I think you guys woke up and it was a half a day's walk still to the place, but then you got attacked by the Terrafolk and then you took a short rest to recover from that. And so you got there after noon. So actually, and you've been here for less than like 2 hours. So I would say it's now maybe like 1:30 or 2.
Just looking at my hit points, I guess from the last time we played, I'm like down like 11 points. So should we do a short rest or something, or what?
Well, we could also like camp outside tonight and get going in the morning. That way Val can like
Yeah,
find us, because I don't think we would know if she was like killed or something. We would have seen evidence of that.
yeah, I agree.
I'm holding out hope that she's just around.
Eku makes another face.
I'm messy.
Yeah, I agree. I just have a feeling she's gonna come back. I don't know where I get that. But okay, so let's go to the armory, and then maybe we can take a short break or something, because I would like to be at full health and stamina before we go officially on our journey.
Oh dang, we should have grabbed some of those orange slices from the kitchen.
I got one.
You've just been holding it this whole time.
We can all take a bite of your one orange slice, Laura.
Yeah, here, I'll split it. Oh, do you want some, Micah?
No, I'm allergic to oranges.
Oh,
I'm deciding
no.
right here on the spot.
Okay, I break it in half, and I give half to Tefra.
You first.
Oh, I see how it is. That's fine. Okay, I eat it.
It's delicious. It is like a Christmas jelly, like candied, tart, citrusy burst of orange in your mouth.
Yum.
That's when I eat my half.
It's awful. No, I'm just kidding.
You spit it out.
Remember when I got food poisoning from that date? Like, I can't be too cautious.
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
I remember.
All right.
Okay.
So are you guys heading to the armor?
Yes.
All right. So you make your way as if you are leaving the fort, but in that smaller courtyard just before the official exit, you walk up and there is a human male slamming away on a sword that he has half into a fireplace, and he's shaping it as he works.
Okay.
Excuse me, sir. I see that you are
Hi.
sniffing.
I am indeed. How
Do
are
you
you?
also? Oh, go ahead, baby. What'd you say?
Oh no, sorry, pardon me. I just and he kind of puts his work away for a second. He says, that can wait. Can I help you? Wait, no. He's Australian. Hello, yellow. There it is. He's a little more soft spoken, but he is still definitely Australian. Not British.
Do appraisals as well?
Oh, well, I can wait. Are you trying to sell me something?
Possibly, or no, just know the value of something.
I can take a look at things. I can take a look at it if you like.
Okay, I want to show him my 2 javelins that I got from the Peters.
Okay.
The mace, and then the kind of like, what's it? The obsidian knife that I got from the mermaid ladies. I specifically want to know how much that one's cost, but like the other 2 were just, fluff.
All right. He kind of looks at the javelins. He goes, well, this one's covered in blood. But
Yeah,
looks
no. Gently used.
Fair. I could do. Well, I could make a javelin, so I have no interest in this. But this could appraise for about 3 silver. The non-used one 5. The knife. Will you remind me? Did I give you like a special name for that knife?
You said obsidian knife.
Oh, right. Okay, so that was a treasure drop, wasn't it? Okay. I'm gonna just get rid of that screenshot because it's annoying. I had that. Maybe I wrote that down. That was 2 episodes ago.
With the
episode 11.
Sirens.
Right.
The hags.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Obsidian knife. Oh my gosh. Where is it? Here we go. Treasure drops. Stop it. Next chapter. Oh my god. My internet is so slow. I'm so sorry. Table of contents. Appendix player.
I wanted to get like a journal. I want to document some stuff.
Some stuff.
Some stuff.
You can get a journal at we can say there's a leather goods person at one of the bazaars, at one of the tents in the bazaar, and they're selling like leather flasks, leather like armor, leather bracers and stuff, but also they've got a couple of leather bound paper journals. Quite expensive though. It's going to be about 7 gold.
Oh, for how much are the bracers?
The bracers?
Yeah.
They're just for flare. They won't add to your AC, just so you know.
Oh. I was thinking about a gift for Val, but
no.
They won't help. Yeah, I'll buy a little journal. I got 7 gold. Barely.
Oh, I lost one of my daggers. Can I buy another one?
Yes, you can. He looks at the obsidian dagger and he goes, "Oh, this is lovely. This is beautiful. I'd give you 40 gold for this."
Oh my god. Can I just have it?
No, my friend. No, you can't have it. Do you know maybe its origins, any history about?
It looks like it's made from volcanic rock. I don't know where specifically the volcano is from though.
Okay.
But it's beautiful.
Okay, thank you. I want to put my weapons back where I have them. May I see your inventory? I'd like to maybe purchase something from you.
Yeah, sure. So if you go into the player's handbook, he basically has any non-magical armor item that you might want, but it is at a 50% price increase because of the location and the rare and the difficulty to get stuff out here.
It's a markup. Damn.
How much is? Do you know how much a dagger is, or do I need to get the book?
I can look it up. Just give me a second.
I don't know where
Okay, so typically they're 2, so here it'd be 3 gold for a dagger.
Okay, I will buy a dagger.
All right, you can mark off 3 gold and know that you have another dagger.
Does he have shields I can look at?
He does.
All right.
Oh, dang it. Did he get around to looking at my mace? How much was the mace worth?
A mace? Where did you get that mace?
Executioner's Row. Run?
Oh, you just picked it up?
No, I killed somebody and took it from him.
Oh, okay. So this one's also a little bloodied, a little gently used. So he would
I feel
offer
like we
you.
would have cleaned it off by now. We've it's been a few days.
He would offer you 4 gold for it.
Okay.
And
But
then
back to the shield.
Yeah, a shield, which would give you a plus. Sorry, give me a second. Are you proficient in shields, Micah?
Yes.
Okay.
I had to double check.
Let me just, because I know how it works in Baldur's Gate 3, but I just want to confirm that I know how it would work. Hold on. I'm going to go to Micah's character and I'm going to, I'm just going to see what happens. Micah, actually, Mars, will you go into like your item list and equip just a basic shield and see if it does add 2 to your AC?
Can we know how much it costs first? Because I also have to beg Tefra for money.
Well, but you can just add it to your items without paying for it first.
Just a regular shield. Where are
And also, does it have a cost listed? Because I have a cost that I'm getting from the internet, but that seems not high enough for the advantage it would give you. So I just want to.
It says it's 10 gold.
And then does it say what happens when you equip it? What happens to your AC when you equip it?
Give it a second. It's loading.
Okay.
Yeah, it automatically changes my AC.
By how much?
2.
Okay, then that's confirmation. So yeah, it will cost you 10 gold, but to don it, you would then gain a +2 to your AC.
Mm-hmm. Go up to Tefra. Hey, Tefra.
Yeah, let's go for it.
Yes. Sick. Does it look fancy or is it just a regular old shield?
What would you like it to look like, Micah?
I don't know. What's the vibe? Does it
Well,
match the rest of my outfit?
I mean, it could be a shield made of like a thick block of wood with studs on it. It could be a metal shield. He's got a variety that you could choose from. I mean, nothing intricate, right? This isn't artistic work, but I will let you decide the general flavor of it.
I was thinking one of those like the round wooden shields that have the metal rim.
Great.
Something like that.
Perfect.
Nice. Cool.
All right. Is there anything else that you guys would like to do while you're in Fort Balerion?
No, I think that's it. I think we're ready.
Amazing. All right. So, do you exit the fort?
Oh my god, yes!
I think we're gonna camp outside instead of trying to like get real.
Boy, that's not a mistake.
All right. So, just as a reminder, I wish this was higher, like quality, so you could see that there are hexes, like in the same way that these are hexagons. I think it's hard for you to tell, but those hexagons, like they're still here, right?
Okay.
And basically now what's going to happen is you guys get to decide, and every day we'll roll for direction, we'll roll for encounters, etc. like this. And this is where the hex crawl really, really begins.
Okay.
So you are, I'm going to delete this for now. You are literally right here. Oh, why is it so horrid? Like you literally, I can see these hexes so nice, but I can't see any of the hexes around here.
The green ones.
What?
The green ones. Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe that's just me. Maybe because I'm a little colorblind. Can you guys see the hexes here?
A little bit. Like, I mean,
I can't see them.
They're not like super clear, but you can kind of see where the edges are.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'm guessing. Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. What direction? You guys are right here. Go away. What direction would you like? Are you just camping right outside for right now?
Yeah, the safest sort of place we can find.
Okay.
Yeah, I
mean-
feel like until we figure out where Val is or if she comes back, we should maybe stay in this area.
Mhm.
Okay. All right. Well, you guys enter into the jungle. Doop, 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 doop.
Can we take a rest though, so I can get some hit points back, or no?
Well, but you guys have entered into the jungle for the evening, which means we have to roll on the encounter to see if there's an encounter.
Oh no.
Yeah, maybe lose all those hit points, but you know.
Oh, I'm stupid. It was literally right there. Anyway. Appendix B. Checking for okay. Alara, why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20?
Uh-oh. Ooh, should I roll like a real d20?
Ooh, fancy.
And this is, you guys have set up camp for an evening into the jungle. And Eku is with you and has helped pick out the camp spot. So you don't need to roll for it. It's the benefit
My
of
big
having
one.
a guide. Very nice. Very beautiful.
It's gonna make a loud thunk.
Nice.
17.
Ooh.
17. Okay. Micah,
Oh,
why don't you go ahead and roll me a D100?
okay.
I'm so scared that okay.
25.
Ooh. Was Alara able to add her proficiency bonus to whatever the roll was for? Or?
No, I think
Sorry?
it was just to roll on a table, not like a skill check.
How odd. Oh, I see. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm just understanding this table. Okay. So you guys all get camped for the night. Is there anything before we take this long rest? I'm gonna require some RP. So you're sitting around very low banked campfire. Eku is trying to make it so that way you are getting enough fire to cook your evening meal, but not enough that it would cause any smoke signals or anything like that. What would you guys all like to do before you go to bed?
I'm going to ask Tefra if you want to spar for a little bit so that I can practice with my new shield.
Oh, yeah, I'm down.
I like it.
I'm going to try with my javelins. I'm going to try to get the hang of this.
You're just going to throw javelins at me and I duck behind my shield?
No, I'm going to use them as like staffs, question mark.
Oh, okay.
You know, that'd be
Tefra, are you proficient with those weapons? Are you proficient with
Probably
javelins? But you might be.
I can look. Hold on.
Well, anyway, it doesn't matter. You're not going to like accidentally injure. You're not fighting to harm right now. So all your movements are just, you're practicing the movements themselves. Alara, what are you doing while they are in their sparring session?
I am. You said that the fire is going to cook food. I guess I'm the one helping to cook food.
Okay. Awesome. What would you like to cook tonight?
Ooh, what do we have? Oh, I am a ranger. Did I go hunting at all, or can I maybe do that?
You can.
Okay, so I'm just gonna see if I can get like Echo is getting like what we have in our rations and getting them made for dinner, but I'm gonna go see if I can. Okay, so I have like my specialty is like the whatever that terrain, the swamp sort of terrain. So would I know what kind of animals to hunt for food?
I mean, vaguely, I'm not even vaguely, like, especially around the swamps of Dark Cape, what kind of ground dwellers exist in a swamp jungle type thing. But Holt is the land of unusual creatures. And in fact, it is as you are hunting, and you're not straying too far from the campsite as per Eku's request. What you've done is you've actually climbed up into the lower banks of a tree, not so high up in the canopy that you can't see the ground, but you're just trying to get a good vantage point. So that way, if a kind of vermin of some form, like whatever Cholt's version of a rabbit does kind of run by, you'd have a great overhead shot for a kill shot. And it's you who spots, not in the very far distance at all, a large hulking thing. And it actually, the first reason you notice it is just because of the shimmering of the trees. They're like kind of shaking from the thumping of the ground as this thing is moving in the direction of your camp.
Oh, can I see what it is, or is it just the sound?
Roll me a perception check.
Okay.
And I believe this can be an advantage since you're in your favored terrain. What does favored terrain give you again?
Let's see.
You have advantage on skill checks, maybe?
No, just as you're particularly familiar with one type of natural environment and are adept to traveling and surviving in such regions. It doesn't give any.
Okay, well, based on the situation, I'm giving you advantage on perception checks while you're in the jungle. So just have that in your head from now on.
Okay. I rolled a 17 though, so.
17. Yeah, you are able to clearly see what this is. It is a large reptilian creature with a not like super long neck, but a longish neck, and then spiky petal-shaped spines all along its back. And you look and watch it for a half a minute, kind of deciding if you're going to alert the camp as it's approaching. And you watch as it kind of slowly lumbers and pauses next to a bush and kind of considers the bush, and then bites down on a like part of the hedge and starts just.
Okay. So because I sort of know the area, not really, but would I be able to determine, like, because it's eating a bush, that it's not a meat eater?
Why don't you give me an intelligence check?
Okay. Where's intelligence? Oh, it's up here. 12.
Yeah, that was more than enough. You were making those connections on your own anyway. Even though this animal is large and overwhelming and unlike any animal, I mean, not so unlike any animal you've seen before, but the reality is that the dinosaurs you've encountered as of right now have been racing things in Port Nyanzaru, and then that one gargantuan head with the sharp teeth. So you knew they could get bigger than what you saw in Port Nyanzaru, but this is alarming just from its initial size. But watching its behavior, watching the way it moves, it's not slinking. There's no sort of prowling about it. This does not look like it's a predator to you.
Okay. So can I carefully like climb down and get back to camp to not disturb him, so I can tell the others so they don't attack?
Yes, because that's the thing, is that not everything is a predator, but that doesn't mean something this large couldn't do damage if it was startled. So you're being very smart about it. To not startle this creature and to just return to camp and alert them to the fact that there's something in the jungle.
Okay. All right. So I get back to camp and I'll be like, and they're practicing and stuff. I'll be like, guys, we need to stop. There's a giant dinosaur. He seems totally chill, but I'm thinking we just need to be, I don't want to get him upset, like, because he was eating leaves in a bush. So I don't think he would attack us, but he might if we scared him too much. So I think maybe we shouldn't be practicing. The sounds of practicing might freak him out.
Okay. Yeah.
But do you think that us cooking will attract him? He is kind of lumbering this way. So I'm not really. Eku, what do you think? What do you know what that is that I saw that's back there?
I'm gonna pull out my book and kind of flip through.
Oh,
and be
yeah.
like, any of these guys?
Yeah, do I see it in her book?
Is there a dinosaur
book?
section?
Yeah.
There hold on. This is Volo's Guide to Monsters.
Mm.
I'm trying to think if Volo, what his expiration of Cholt would be. I feel like decent. You describe this creature to Eku.
Okay.
Is that what you do? I'm asking. Sorry.
Yeah.
I was quiet.
Oh, yes.
As soon as you mention the petal-shaped growths from the back, she nods. Like initially when you said there was a dinosaur in the woods, she did kind of get alarmed. She kind of got on alert, but then you mentioned that and she's still alerted, but not as alarmed. And she goes, yes, Stegosaurus. They are peaceful so long as you make yourself known, but not in an aggressive way. We can't be so silent that it accidentally would wander into our camp and become surprised for us, but we can't be so loud that it decides to trample. We should, in fact, I would encourage, and she looks to you at Micah and Tefra, and she says, I would encourage you continue your sparring and clank together your weapons as a sort of deterrent for it to potentially turn in a different direction.
Okay.
Sure. Can do
And
that.
also, just you guys, just in case, I still do have my Beast Bond spell that I could cast if I needed to maybe possibly bond with the creature.
I was gonna say, yeah, bond with the dinosaur.
Have another pet to the McMuffin gang.
We're not adopting a giant dinosaur. Maybe if we find a small one.
I know, honestly, if we adopted a giant dinosaur, I would be so worried for him all the time.
It would also slow us down considerably. The Stegosaurus is not a fast-moving creature.
Okay, yeah. Okay, well, like I said, if he comes in and you know and he gets startled, I can always cast my Beast Bond and try to calm him down that way.
Alara, why don't you spar with Tefra? Because I want to climb a tree and see if I can get a look at this guy, because maybe I can add that to my list of creatures I can change into. But I need to understand the creature before I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah. Give me a second. So I'm going to say, Alara, with all of this work that everything's happening with Tefra helping you and making the noise with Eku's guidance, Alara, just go ahead and roll me an animal handling check just to see if your intentions are realized and you are able to deter the Stegosaurus from wandering into your camp, because it was heading in your camp's direction.
Okay. 16?
A 16? Yeah. The treetops, you see kind of as the shaking of the trees gets closer and closer to camp and you guys are smacking your swords and stuff, you see the trees stop moving and then slowly there's movement in kind of a parallel direction. So it is trying to circumnavigate you. Micah, why don't you go ahead? I don't know, Micah, what at this level, what CR creature are you able to turn into?
I believe
it's half your level. Is that right?
I think. Hold on. I have a thing that I cannot find. I'm just gonna Google it because I don't want to tell you the wrong thing.
Mm-hmm.
Challenge rating of a half, I think.
Half your level?
No, it just says CR1 half. But it also says CR1. I think the CR1 is for moon druids because they get special wild shape stuff. So I think it's anything with a CR of a half.
But that has to go up. That's what you would have started with.
I think it starts at a quarter.
Really? Aren't you level 5?
We're level 4.
You should definitely be I feel like you should definitely be able to do CR1 at least.
Let me see.
Maybe I'm thinking of what you were saying, the moon druids, though. Maybe they get better faster with their wild shapes.
Why is D&D Beyond so confusing? At 8th level is when I get a CR1.
Dude, what the
and Circle of the Moon gets CR2.
Dude, what?
Yeah, that seems weird.
I did not know that. I really thought that was one of the most powerful things about druids is that they could. Well, anyway. Okay, Micah, go ahead and roll me an insight check to just kind of gather information about this animal.
23.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, so you are able to study it, its movements, its patterns, the way that the scales kind of ripple around its muscles as it walks. So you watch as it feeds on certain plants and avoids other ones. And you think you have a pretty good understanding of this animal, but you also realize that like it's going to be some time before you'd be able to manipulate the inherent magic in your body to be able to do this. In fact, you don't know if you ever would be actually, but
Okay.
it is a beautiful animal, and you get this sense as it's leaving your line of sight. You know, this is an hour of watching it kind of circumnavigate the camp, slowly meandering, eating, and you just don't know where it comes from. You don't know why, but just from your insight and your emotional intelligence, as the thing finally disappears for good into the forest, you get a sense that it was lonely.
Oh.
I told you. Make friends with it.
I know. I got the bee spot.
Right. Well, then I guess I will rejoin the group for dinner.
All right. And that was your encounter, and it was also decent RP. So I will say you guys are welcome to take a long rest now, should you like to.
Yes. Okay.
All right.
We're clicking the take long rest button.
You can click take long rest.
Excuse me.
Yay! I love seeing everything reset.
All right. Every single one of you, Micah, Alara, Tefra, D20s to determine the weather.
Uh-oh. All right, I'm going to do my big one again. Ooh, 18.
I got a 1.
Okay.
Hold on. Ooh, not 20.
Not 20.
Oh, animation is so cute. I wish you guys can see.
Can't find my stupid thing. Oh, here we go. Sorry. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, where is that chart? I'm sorry, guys. I am not as prepared as I should have been. Woo-woo. I had my D&D, my DMs. Do not get overstimulated, Wallace. It's fine. These are all Googleable things. Schultz, weather running, weather table. Okay, so Micah, what did you get? Wait, who's right below me on the screen right now?
Me.
Okay,
I got
Micah,
a 1.
you got a 1. Okay. If I'm remembering correctly, that means it is sunny. Okay. No, 1 means it's rainy. 1 means it's rainy. Alara, you're doing wind speed. You got an 18.
Yeah.
That means it is very windy. Oh, and you got a 20, Tefra?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that means it's a tropical storm day.
Ugh.
So you guys are able, I mean, you're not at sea anymore, so you are able to adventure, but Eku does tell you that because it's tropical storm day, she would actually suggest remaining in one place because there's a chance of getting lost because it's just so hard to navigate. But she says if you wish to set out for the day, we can, but she recommends you guys just hunker down.
Well, we're waiting for Val, or hopefully waiting for Val anyway, so maybe hunkering down until the storm passes is better for us anyway.
All right.
Yeah.
Tefra, why don't you actually, Micah, we're gonna roll for encounters again. Micah, you go ahead and roll a d20.
17. Isn't that what Alara had when you rolled for the encounter?
Tefra, why don't you go ahead and roll me a d100?
It was exactly that.
I hope it's another Stegosaurus.
That'd be awesome. Oh, be spawned.
16.
A 16. You got to be kidding me. Oh, wait, no. Okay. What?
Wonder if Val is on the table and we just have to roll to find her.
I was just gonna say, can we give Val? Like, is she?
All right. You all, Micah, roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie.
Wait, at disadvantage because of the storm.
Okay. The first one I rolled is a 16. The other one is way better, so 16.
16 total?
Yeah.
Okay. Through at a certain point in the day, you don't see, but you hear the sound of flapping wings above you.
I assume we're staying in the tents
It's up to you.
because it's storming. I mean, that would be my move.
Yeah, I'm sure we'd be, getting shelter for sure.
Do you do anything about your observation, Micah?
Who am I in a tent with?
It's up
Is
to
it
you.
Tefra? I think because Eku's got her own tent, and then we have two-person tents.
Mm-hmm.
So, which one of you stayed in the tent with me?
I think it's me.
Okay. Like, Tefra, do you hear that? Do you think it's more of those bird people? Bat people? I don't actually remember what kind of wings they had.
I try to listen to it. I'm like, do I hear anything? I don't really hear anything.
Tefra, you can go ahead and roll perception at disadvantage as well.
Where are the buttons? Here we go. Six.
You hear the sound of wind and rain.
I hear the flapping of wings, and I'm a little scared that it's more of those people. But also, what if it's McMuffin and he's scared and cold and wants to come inside the tent? Should I peek out? Do you think that would be safe?
Yeah, peek out for sure.
Okay.
Just don't go all the way out.
I'm gonna go to the edge of the tent and like peel it back a little bit and just see if I see anything.
All right, roll me another perception check at disadvantage.
McMuffin, is that you, my friend?
We've got to change that name.
Another 16.
Another 16. You can hear the wings, and they are now getting more distance, but you still cannot see through the wind and rain, or through just the clouds and rain.
Okay.
But I will say, with that high of a roll, the sound of these flapping wings are way too big to be Mac.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's him. I'm probably more of those people that we don't want to encounter, but it sounds like they're leaving, so let's just stay here and hope they continue to leave.
All right. Alara, go ahead and roll me a d20, please.
Alara's in the other tent alone, just vibing.
I know, right? I'm like snoring. Oh, 17 again.
What the heck is happening? Okay, Tefra, roll me a d100.
Okay. 83.
A high number.
Mhm. Okay, that's interesting. You guys stay in your tents all day?
If it's pouring down, I think I would just want to stay inside the tent.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the rest of the day passes without event, although you are sweaty and wet from the tropical storm. And even inside your tents, the water does seep in and it's humid and pretty miserable. Everybody mark off rations accordingly for water and everything like that. All right. And then you can go ahead and take another long rest, but I don't think anybody used any abilities that would require them to actually click through, but you're welcome to if you'd like. And I will mark that another day has passed.
Micah's reading the smut book that they bought.
Oh, nice. Okay, I have now actually found the weather table. So, Micah, Alara, Tefra, roll me those d20s.
Boop.
10.
3.
9.
Okay. You wake up this next day. It is just average temperature. It's still pretty hot. It's about 87 degrees this morning. And there is no wind. It's very still and just a light drizzle.
Great.
And Eku says, honestly, compared to yesterday, perfect weather. This would be a good day to set out, but I do think it is important that you all realize your friend is dead. I have been holding my tongue, but this is the truth of the jungle that
You don't know
to
Val.
accept it.
You don't know Val, and you can have your opinion, but she will show up.
Yeah, Val's gonna die. She's gonna make sure we know.
Yeah, it's because she's going to be loud about it.
Yeah, so we respect your opinion and your experience, but we disagree. And we'll move forward.
All right. Hope is not a bad thing to have, but blind hope can lead you blindly.
Well, you're our leader, so.
All
She's
right.
a guide. I don't know about leader. We decided that we don't have leaders.
No, I mean just leading the way.
All right.
Did any new mushrooms crop up after all that rain?
Oh my God, Micah, you could have sold your mushrooms.
Oh my god, you're right. But also, I kind of want to keep them for myself.
New mushrooms. Yeah, there's some chicken of the woods.
Oh, nice. We can eat that.
Yeah.
Collect some.
All right. You have some chicken of the woods, but I would say enough for one dinner for everybody.
Yeah, we'll save this for tonight.
Okay. All right. So, considering the map, what hex would you like to move? Would you like to move north, northeast, southeast, south, southwest, or west, or northwest?
I mean, we're headed towards the Naga, so we've got to go, south? What do you guys think? Southwest or just south directly? Or
So you can go, basically, I'm thinking from what I can see, there are 2 potential hexes here. Hold on, let me get you. Oh God, how do I make that less intense? Okay, well, there's a hex. Ugh, F it. Hold on. There's a hex here or a hex here. That's south or southwest.
I'd say south because we're going to have to go around that U-shaped thing, right? What do you guys think?
Is this a river down below Port Nyanzaru on the map?
Oh yeah,
This
what
is a
that?
river.
That
Okay.
is a
It kind of
river.
also looks like a mountain range, and I can't read it, so.
Right. Sorry, I know it's not the best. I'm gonna try and find a crisper picture when I get off.
So that means eventually we're gonna have to cross 2 rivers to get to the Naga.
Eku chimes in and she says, "Not necessarily if we go all the way down and then across."
Oh. Okay. Is
Would-
that way you'd recommend?
Potentially, I mean, this area you would start getting into issues with undead, but the Aldani Basin, I mean, everything is dangerous, but crossing the rivers can be treacherous depending on where you cross it. So, yeah.
I
Okay.
say we just head south and
Yeah.
we like a little bit south, a little bit southeast, and make our way to the river. And then we'll decide if we want to cross or follow it down.
All
Yeah.
right. And the nice thing about going in this direction is it will take us about a week to be at level with Port Nyanzaru. And if you've decided that this adventure is not for you, we can then just take a hard turn and return to the city.
Okay.
All right. So I'm going to move this guy down 1 hex. And we will roll one more time for encounters. So, Tefra, why don't you go ahead and roll me a d20?
I wish we would encounter Val. Bitch, where are you?
I know.
Wallace, would you mind changing the color of the circle just so it's not green on green?
Sure.
Thank you.
13.
I don't like the red. 13. All right. All right. Alara, will you go ahead and roll a d20?
I get to roll this dice a lot today. I'm excited. 11.
All right. Micah, will you roll a d20, please?
Mm-hmm. 5.
All right. You guys are able to, for all intents and purposes, it is a easy day. You are able to follow Eku, who clears paths for you, and you do not come across, you hear fauna, you hear the call of tropical birds, you hear some things off in the jungle, but you encounter nothing until eventually, through the general exhaustion of hiking, your feet are aching, you're hungry, the sky is getting a little darker. Eku suggests you take a rest for the day. Oh, actually, I guess my question is what speed are you wanting to move? Are you trying to move quickly at a normal pace or slower and more stealthily through the jungle?
Oh. What do you guys think?
I think normal. Like, we
Normal?
don't want to exhaust ourselves, but we
Right.
don't want to, like, meander.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm good with that.
So then, yeah, you're able to move 1 hex in 1 day. And I think that at 2 hours and 45 minutes is where I'm going to stop it. It's a little early, but just from a yeah, you did. Yes. I don't want to get the chance of a major encounter happening this late in the session.
That's true.
We got lucky with some of the rolls of, oh, no, never mind. You guys just didn't go exploring in that area, so it doesn't count. It's interesting the way that like we can roll for an encounter, and then because of what we randomly roll on the encounter sheet, you guys end up not encountering it. Anyway, it's funny. Anyway, yeah, so everybody give yourselves a round of applause for surviving yet another session of Tomb of Annihilation. Very, very well done. Next time we pick up, hopefully we will have a Katie Ann with us. But if not, perhaps there are friends to be made within the jungle. Timing-wise, what are people's availabilities for playing again?
I've got nothing going on as far as I know. Not that would interfere with this anyway.
Yeah, as far as Sundays go, I'm pretty open. So whatever you guys are.
I work next Sunday, and then the 22nd, I'm gonna be on my cruise.
Fun! You're gonna be on a cruise?
Yeah, for Mom's birthday.
Oh, that's so fun.
Where are you going?
I wish I could remember.
Um,
Oh, okay, so like a tropical kind of cruise.
Oh,
Gotcha.
I'm so
Oh,
envious. You're gonna have a great time. Mars and Becca, does the 22nd work for you guys?
Yeah, 22nd works.
Okay, if it works for Katie, then we might have a Val Tefra floop. And
Oh, that'd be
potentially,
funny. Like
potentially
she
a
disappears.
guest. Yeah, seriously. I will reach out to Katie and see if she's available. But for the 6 people currently watching, put a hesitant marker on your calendar for the 22nd. Because I am actually excited at the possibility of having a guest come on, because I think, we're almost there into this, like, that'd be fun.
Christmas.
What'd you say?
It's a Christmas special.
Yeah. Oh, fun.
You're so right.
All right. And everybody, you guys can go ahead and add 300 XP to your character sheets, except for Val. This is the punishment for missing a game, is you don't get the participation award.
Oh God, I don't remember how to do this. Manage?
And then I'm gonna let you guys do that. And to everybody else, thank you for being here. Thank you to Lynn. Thank you to Sasha. Thank you to Vintinari Clone. And thank you to Steeg. I don't know if you're still here, buddy, but if you are, let us know. And I'm going to say farewell. Everybody say bye-bye.
Bye.